guys, it's Athena. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to just have like a little bit of a sit-down talk with you guys, just about something that is kind of on my mind that I think about a lot, and sort of like that I kind of am like experiencing in my life. And it's just on the topic of like love and finding, like, hoping to find Mr. Right. Like, is there, like, when will I find Mr. Right? Because it's something that consumes a lot of my thoughts and stuff, and I know that everybody says, like, you know, and I've adapted the mindset where you sort of just, like, let it be, and you don't force things, and you kind of just allow, if it naturally happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, then you don't force it. And I definitely agree with that mindset. I totally do. But I just find that, you know, I think that love is just so important to me as a person, and like having connection and having like the affection and camaraderie and companionship and like to experience things together and have somebody that can be like a co-pilot with you. Because I mean, I wouldn't want someone to like fix me or complete me necessarily. Like, I want to be complete on my own as a person, and I want them to be complete, and then I want us to like be complete together, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, I've had good and bad experiences in love, and like with relationships, and just meeting people and getting to know like different types of personalities that are out there in the world and everything. And I mean, it can be really beautiful, and it can also be really hard, because I know what it's like to experience the that feeling of like electric, like somebody makes you just feel like alive and like amazing, like life, like Lana Del Rey says in one of her interviews, like someone that makes you feel electric, like life is an exciting opportunity. And I've definitely met, you know, someone that made me feel that way, and like their presence was just really amazing, and it helped me in my own life, you know, feel more positive about a lot of things. And for, you know, different reasons, that didn't work out. And this was a while ago. But needless to say, you know, I'm lucky that I was able to come across and know, and to have it like, you know, verified that like that does exist, like that magical feeling that like you see in the movies and stuff, like it's real and it's out there and it does exist and you can find it. And I'm lucky enough, because it's kind of almost like a catch-22, because like a double-edged sword, because you know that it's out there and you've experienced it, but you want to keep experiencing it, and once it gets like you're not able to, then it becomes like really difficult. And it's really hard, because it's sort of like knowing that there's like a paradise out there, but you're still just like wandering and like searching for it, but you know that it's out there somewhere. And I know that there's like 7 billion people in the world, and like there's so many people. My cat Monet is here with me. She's comforting me. I think she can sense that my energy is, you know, needing some comfort. But and I know that there's 7 billion people in the world, and I know that, you know, I'm 20 years old and I have my whole life ahead of me, so they say. I mean, you know, I think that once you've gone through certain things in life, like you do want some type of camaraderie with people, and you want to experience like, you know, having a connection with somebody, and like, you know, you don't want to always just be alone. And like there is a beauty to being alone, um, and focusing on yourself. And then that's another part of the thing. Like I try and take this time in my life, and I'm in school. The fall semester is just about to start tomorrow, actually, and I'm kind of nervous for it because it's a lot of, it's a lot of responsibility, and I have a 3.8 GPA right now. I would like to hope for a 4.0. I'm gonna really push myself to get that, um, and work for it. So I tell myself, like, there's a lot of stuff to focus on, and like, I don't have like, I have a lot of responsibilities, but in terms of life, like, I'm able to be selfish in the sense that, like, all I have to necessarily worry about, aside from, like, helping my mom and my siblings and stuff, which I do a lot of, and, like, taking care of stuff around the house and stuff, and getting good grades, like, I kind of just have to focus on myself, in the sense that I'm not necessarily tied to, like, like, anything. I mean, I definitely feel tied a little bit to obviously like certain things in my life that I have to be like responsible for and things like that. But in other ways, like, you have the freedom to sort of just be selfish and worry about yourself and just try and take care of yourself. And I try and tell myself, like, just keep working at it, keep making yourself better and better and better, and just focus on your path in life. And don't force it. And just like how you met that person that made you feel that way, you'll meet another person that'll make you feel that way. And there's hope, and you just don't give up, and you just keep pushing forward, which is like, it can be really difficult, but yeah, I just have, I mean, a lot of feelings about it. And like, it can be a really hard battle to find somebody that you feel like really understands you as a person, and that doesn't have like an agenda or something. And like, the other thing is that, like, I feel like it is really hard to meet people. Like, even when you put yourself out there, it can be kind of hard to meet people. And like, I've tried the dating app stuff, but like, it's not fulfilling to me. It just feels like, really, I don't ever even really go out on. I've maybe gone on a couple dates from them, but it's mostly just like texting interaction and stuff like that. And I just find that like, I'm not compatible with the guys that I meet for whatever reason. And like, there's some really great people out there that maybe just are looking for like different things right now. A lot of people my age don't want something like where they like, really feel like they want to be grounded with somebody. They kind of want to like explore. And like, I feel that, and I understand. And like, I think that like, I don't necessarily like expect like, I don't expect someone to like want to get married or anything. I just would want someone to be in the mindset that like, they're sort of wanting to get to know one person and like sort of further a relationship and sort of really, grow a relationship with one person. I think that's something that I find I have a hard time sort of finding in people, especially on dating apps, because like, let's just be real, like, a lot of people just want sex, and that is just a reality. And that's not necessarily a bad thing if that's what you're there for, and you find somebody that is compatible with that. Then, I mean, just as long as you're being safe and everything, then I don't think that that's like a terrible thing. Like, I don't shame people who are trying to just like, live their best life and explore and have fun and stuff. You do you. But at the same time, I mean, I know that just like for myself, I don't, that's not what I'm looking for at all. I don't want that. I really am more about like I don't know, just really like getting to know somebody and like having experiences with them, and again like that co-pilot kind of thing, like both being, like both our cups are full of like we feel good and stuff, and then we also feel good like together and everything, and we like can lift each other up. But yeah, it's hard because you just sort of like put your nose down to the ground, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna focus on my lane, and I'm gonna just focus on what I have to do, and then if I perhaps run across somebody, then I do. But I think that the issue with me is that while I'm in that mindset, I'm like secretly always looking, like no matter what I do, I feel like I'm always like, am I gonna, is the right guy gonna be there? Like, am I gonna finally run into Mr. Right, like at the library, at the coffee shop, at crossing the street, or going into the grocery store, or going to 7-Eleven, the thrift store, like making eye contact with somebody and just like searching and searching and searching. So even if I'm not like really putting myself out there, like my eyes are always on like this like survival instinct of like searching, and like it's always in my brain, and you just like you try to like shush it and tell yourself like, brain, like we're not focused on that. If it happens, it happens, and like just don't think about it so much. But I mean, I just feel like I still really feel it in me, and that, you still just search because, you feel like, that that's like what feels aligned with yourself. Like, and that's something that I'm not the kind of person that I don't expect somebody to save me from like feeling sad or anything. Like I am my own responsibility. And it's not that. It's more just like you want to have the happiness and have it with someone. And like, I just really would like that. And I know that in the times that I have had those types of experiences, it has really fulfilled me and has made me, feel like life was exciting, and, like this is how it's supposed to feel. And, yeah, sorry, let me just... And when I say exciting, I don't necessarily mean, like, we were doing, like, events, or, like, doing crazy things, like, going out, like, it's not like that. It was just, like, having that time together, and like talking with one another, laughing, cuddling, just being able to like just the little things. Those things are really important. Like someone being able to like give you a ride to school, or pick you up after class, and like you really want to see them, and like you're really happy to see them because like they make you feel really good, and just little stuff like that, and someone that has your back, and it's just really, like, it's just so interesting because I feel like I see all these people and they're like married and happy, and sometimes it's like really real, like you can tell that their happiness and their love for one another is real. And like, I know that it's not as easy and as simple as it may seem. Like I know that wedding pictures, like they're just showing one moment of what could have been a lifetime's journey of searching, or just, hardship, or going through trials and tribulations, and then just seeing them together now, you feel jealous, but really it could have taken a lot of work to get to that point. Like I really do understand that as well. But yeah, you just always feel like you wish it was you too. And then another side of how I feel is I'm like, well, I'm only one person, and my happiness as one person doesn't help the next person. Like the I'm sure that there's thousands and thousands of other girls and boys and individuals out there who are searching for love and searching for like belonging and meaning, and just because one of us has it, it doesn't mean that it's gonna affect everybody else. And that just makes me really sad, because I want everyone to have what they need and to have somebody or find the acceptance and love that they need. I think that that's like really important for each individual. And like, say I did find my Mr. Right, my dream guy, and say my life was a fairy tale from this moment on. I mean, the only thing that that would do for other people is give them hope, and hope is a really powerful thing, yes, but it's not gonna like make their dreams come true. And that just makes me really sad, because I wish that there was more of an impact when an individual was found what they needed, and then it wasn't just like encapsulated in their bubble. I wish it could be shared, and like it was more of like a group kind of thing, like ripple effect, where like other people were positively affected. And like, I get that people can be happy for you and it can sort of make relationships around you maybe more positive, but I just mean, so in the bigger scale of things, my happiness doesn't elevate the happiness of the world. And I don't know, that's just like, it's a sad thought, because I don't just think about myself. I think about the other people that are out there that struggle finding love for lots of reasons, and you know, my heart really goes out to them, because I think that it's really hard to, you know, find it and have it and be on a platform and opportunity where you can. Because we can't help the things that make us different, you know? And, sorry. And you just want, you know, the whole world to love and accept you. And you want that for everybody, whatever it is. I know that there's a lot of things that are like challenges for people, whether it's like physical disabilities, like maybe they're not born with all of their body parts and everything, if it's mental illness or anything, or if it has to do with race, like maybe because you're a certain ethnicity, like you have a hard time finding love, or if it has to do with like gender, sexuality, all those things, or just like life circumstances, like maybe if you have kids, I know that it's a little bit harder to find love, and just all these types of things, or, you know, maybe you're disabled or something, and, you know, I just think everybody deserves the opportunity to feel love and to have like romance and intimacy, both physically and emotionally. And you know, it's just sad that love has to be like a privilege, and it's not just given to everybody. Because like, it's really hard to have like everything that is needed for it to even happen, or like, I don't know, like I just know specifically, like it breaks my heart for people that like, you know, have like things about them that are different, like mentally, you know, or like maybe if they're like mentally like handicapped. I'm not sure like what type of language to use in describing that, and I don't mean to be offensive at all. But I just think like, you know, if you have like Down syndrome or something, and then, you know, like you find someone attractive, but like because you have that, then you can't be with that person, then like, that's just so terrible. And it breaks my heart. Like, it really does. It really hurts to know. And just because I understand and experience it in my own way, that it's something that I haven't talked about on my channel, and I might at some point. Right now I kind of can't, but just even the differences in like people and stuff, and or just the things that divide us, like religion and like I don't know. I just wish that I wish the world was different and that you know, we could love each other and find a way for everyone to like have love too, and to all be seen equally. You know, and it's hard when, you know, I know that not everybody's gonna like you, and that's okay. I get that, you know, I mean, not everybody has different preferences and stuff, but you know, you want to be chosen on something that is a preference that's different than something that maybe you can't help, or like, you know, it's something that it's not just like, oh, because you're blonde or something like that. You don't, you want it to be about things that are like, you know, light and simple, not like deep things that are difficult and stuff that maybe you can't help, or like that is just an unfortunate circumstance or something, because then it gets really hard to like deal with that. But I'm sorry for crying. It just feels good to like let it out, because I just feel better once I'm able to like talk about it and just let it out, and just to let people know that like you're not alone if you're out there, and you know, to just continue to have hope, and because I do, and I know that I'm crying right now, but my heart feels hope, and I feel hope inside of myself, and I just wanted to share that, you know, it's something that I think about and I struggle with, and that, you know, I'm like the hot pink sheep, the black sheep don't understand. You know, like it can be a tough road when you're a unique person, and you know, I think that having everything be like seemingly perfect can be great, in the sense that like it looks nice, but it might not always be like, I don't know, I think that when I see people who struggle and I see them put their videos out there, I think that it really helps when I see it, because I don't feel so alone, you know, you feel like you have people out there who understand, and yeah, so well, anyways guys, I'm okay. Sorry, today's just been a little bit of a harder day. But you know, my final thought with this is that I have hope, and I'm just gonna try and keep focusing on me and taking care of what I need to take care of, and get myself to a place of like success and stuff, that I can, you know, hopefully find somebody else that has made it through like the storm, and like we can find each other. You know, maybe right now I'm just too young, and just the way that everything falls into place feels like it's kind of against me, and I'll have to just wait until things fall a little bit differently in order to find what I'm looking for and all of that. So yeah, this is just, you know, just honest thoughts, and thank you guys if you've made it this far. I don't want this video to negatively affect anybody or anything. I just want you guys to know that you're not alone, and that I'm a human being too, just like everybody else, in the sense that, like, you know, I know my channel is just like, it's seemingly like happy all the time, but like, you know, there's a real layer to life, and I want to make sure that my channel is like real and like layered with realness inside of the fantasy as well, because fantasy is great. And, you know, that's why I read, like, romance novels and stuff like that, because you want your mind to just sort of be taken out of the reality of how things are, and you want just the escape, and that's great. But it's also important, I think, to share the real side too, because in numbers we're stronger, and so I still have hope. I'm not giving up. The road has just been bumpy, and just hold on tight, and I know that we are going to make it, and we're going to be okay, and we are going to find what we need. It just is going to take time. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video, okay? Bye, guys.